Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I've prepared a 1-hour Power Vinyasa Flow yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we move in and out of different variations of forearm plank pose. The message is about going beyond. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. If you follow me on Spotify at Never Better Yoga, we are going to go ahead and press the start button all together on the playlist right now. Then come with me. We're going to come into child's pose. So we're going to allow our knees to go all the way to the width of our mat. We're going to let our big toes track together. And then begin to extend your arms out in front of your body. Now, if that were too much for you, no worries. Know that you've got the option to bend your arms, stack your fists on top of one another, and rest your forehead on your stacked fists, or you could use a block or a prop of some sort that elevated the earth. But when you get there, let's collectively together take a nice deep breath in, fill your body with your breath. Sip it in, sip it in, sip it in. Cap it off and make an audible sigh out your mouth. So let's just have that exhalation help us clear the slate for our practice today. Whatever it took for you to get here, whatever is going on externally, either before you hit your mat or after, we are going to practice freeing ourselves to go beyond. So begin by allowing your breath to move in and out through your nose. Then lift your hips and forehead up. Walk your hands right off of your mat to the right side, but draw a long line of energy on the left side body, letting your left sit bone head towards your left heel. Walking your hands as you lift your hips and head, walking your hands over to the left. Draw that nice long line of energy from your right pinky finger to your right pinky toe. Breathing specifically into the back of the right rib cage, those intercostal muscles in between your ribs. And then travel back to the center. Before we begin the flow, should you have a purpose, it could be a wish, a prayer, an intention, maybe something you've been working towards to free yourself from. Draw that single-minded purpose in. And then walk your hands back towards your knees, but bring your knees in so you can tuck your toes and rock your sits bones back to your heels. Walk your hands right up your thighs. Lace your hands together and just start a little circular motion with your wrists. Yeah, get some movement in, stretching your feet out at the same time. And then lift your hips up off your heels as you start to extend your arms to the sky with your hands rolling around your wrists. And then as you head your hips back down towards your heels, bring your elbows in. Yeah, do that one more time. Just roll right on up as you lift, even look up. And then hips to heels as you come back down. Now, an old-fashioned wrist stretch. So the right hand takes the four fingers on the left, thumb to the outside. Pull your fingers back towards you to really stretch the forearm out. Now reverse that and do the left hand pulling the right fingers back. Ooh, should feel good. We have a lot of things that we do with our hands. Now take them with fingers touching each other, backs of the hands on your mat, elbows down, forehead taps down to the earth on your mat. Fist your hands. Start to straighten your arms as you lift up with a cat style back. Now, lower back down, expand your hands, backs of the hands down, forehead tap. Now, when you lift up out of the water, inhale, fist your hands, start to straighten your arms. Spread your hands wide, elbows go wide, forehead to the earth. And one last time, fist your hands, rise up. Now, walk your hands right up your thighs. Sweep your arms out and up. Lift up off your heels. Point your toes. Left arm bends. Can you snuggle it behind your head as the right hand catches the left elbow? And lean up and over to the right while on your knees and shins. If it's too much, you could always put a blanket or some sort of material underneath your knees and then reverse it. Right arm bends, kind of snuggle it behind your head, lift up and over in the opposite direction. Come back to the center, tee your arms like goalposts and expand your heart, even looking up. Now lace your hands behind your back with your index fingers going long. You can kind of snuggle your shoulder blades together. Draw your hands down the back side of your body as you open the front body. Release this connection, go hands and knees. Just rock forward, maybe just a couple inches and back. So hands are facing front and you've got either your index fingers or middle fingers parallel to each other. If your shoulders are a little bit tighter, it might be your index fingers. Then flip the right hand around so the thumb is out. Tuck your toes under and rock back as you lift the heel of your hands up. So just a little more wrist and hand action. And at the same time, you're stretching your feet out. Come back to the center, flip it around and reverse it. Left hand goes around. If that's too much, no worries. Just keep your hands forward. Smooth out your breath. So we've been unpacking and getting inspiration from the untethered soul. I am in fascination with this book. So one thing we know is that we are not our name, we're not our age, we're not our profession. What we do know is that we are the inner witness to all that happens around us and in us. Now, go ahead and let both hands shift out to the side. So the fingers are pointing out. Take your hips and circle them around. Now, if you want to bend your arms and even add a little head action, know that that's a possibility. So today we are going to tap into freeing ourselves. And this is a perfect movement to match that theme where it's free form style. You cannot do this wrong. So just travel around and then reverse the direction. So you don't want the circles to be incomplete, but they don't have to be big. Just move in the direction that serves you. You can find a little extra mobility in your hips. But one way to free ourselves is to start having the awareness of all emotions, all the stuff that goes on. When we are in that seat of self, we can just watch it all and not be so moved by everything that we think about, every emotion we have. We can become an observer. And once we become that observer and we sit in that seat, we can start to let those walls come down that we've built up about how things should be. Come back on hands and knees. Shift your shoulders over the wrists, but let your fingers be nice and solid. Your hands are planted. Shoulders lean over. Bend your arms. Go chin, chest, belly. Slither right down onto your belly, prone. Sweep your arms alongside your body. Palms down, feet down, chin down, hands down. Now, rise it all up for Shalambhasana. Lift your legs, lift your wings, lift your arms, breathe in. You also know that experiences can be held inside you and they lead to reactions of either avoidance or grasping, lower back down. So we are going to be releasing today, freeing ourselves. Rise up, breathe in, becoming those awareness observers of all that goes on, but not being so moved because it's not us. Lower back down, hands by your ribs, tuck your toes under, pop your hips up and back, taking yourself right in to down dog. Now down dog being our home base, just pedal through your feet a little bit. Your feet are to the width of your hips. Your hands are the width of your shoulders. And then press your heels back behind your second and third toe. Now go ahead and kind of walk your feet all the way to the width of your mat, and then walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the house. So you're in a fold at the back of your mat. Feet are to the width of your mat. Capture one hand on each bicep to hang in ragdoll. Now in your ragdoll, ignite a little shift and a little sway. Breathing in and out through your nose. Now hold upright in the center and just do a gentle movement of your head, shaking out anything that's in between your ears that could be troubling you, any anxiety, any worry, any angst. Just let it spill right out onto your mat. All of those emotions, all of those feelings, they are the things that build the walls And we are going to allow those walls to dissipate because we are watching, we are observing, we are increasing our awareness to just watch those things that happen but not partake, not feed it, not maintain it, not defend our walls, just let them dissolve. So shake that right out of your head and then draw that yes back in. That yes is that knowingness that you are exactly where you belong today. No coincidence you unrolled your mat and that you are here. Now, hands on your shins, halfway lift at the back of the house. Exhale, hinge and fold, pull yourself together. Heel toe your feet to the width of your hips. Take another halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold over your legs. Now root to rise, stand tall at the back of the house. Left arm bends, right hand catches the elbow. Lift up and over to the right. Come back to the center, reverse it. Right arm bends, left hand catches the elbow. Lift up and over to the left. Activate the side bodies. Beautiful. Now tee your arms, expand your heart. Look up, lace your hands behind your back, draw them down the back side of your body as you retract your shoulders and open your front body. Soften your face, especially the space around your eyes. Release that connection, fold at the waist, and walk right out into a high plank pose. So you're going from that fold all the way to plank asana at the back, at the front. Hands and feet draw toward each other. Drop your knees. Go chin, chest, belly. Slither down. Pointing your toes, rise up. Cobra, hips grounded. Or up dog, palms of hands, tops of feet. Now stay just a touch longer and maybe even shift your hips a little. Now rock up and back into down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now pop your heels up, pull your belly in, shift into high plank, and then move through the vinyasa. Maybe it's knees down, maybe you lower from plank, scooping your heart through as it opens up. Exhale, draw your hips up and back, down dog. Now let the right leg lift, roll open at the hip. Circle the right foot around the ankle, pull the left hip back. Reverse that direction. Exhale the right knee to the right tricep and step the right foot outside the right pinky finger. Now you're in a high lizard. Now let the left knee come down. Can you let the left elbow work down? Now, if not, no worries. Keep lifted up. But if you can work it down, right hand is going to push the right leg on that pinky edge side away from you. Now, take the right arm up and over and maybe even gaze up and under. Now come back to the center with both forearms down if possible. Pop the left kneecap up. Step back, forearm plank pose. Spin to the right side, right forearm down. Left leg stacks on top of the right. Left arm up and over. Side, forearm plank. Breathe. Stable and steady, come back, forearm plank, and hold. Drop your hips down, Sphinx pose. Point your toes, lift your heart up. Lower your chin down, slide your hands back. Up and back you go, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Pedal through your feet a little bit. And then elevate the left leg up and roll open at the hip. Circle that left foot right around your ankle. Yeah, get that synovial fluid working, get the ankle joint moving, reverse that direction. And then left knee, left tricep. Step the left foot outside your left pinky finger. Now dip the right knee down. Maybe the right forearm comes down and you work that inner thigh on the left away from your body. Breathe. Should be a pretty deep hip opener, yes? Now the left arm comes up and over, possibly even gazing up and under that left arm. Now both forearms inside the left leg. Tuck the right toes under, pop the right kneecap up. Shift the left leg back to meet the right to bring yourself into forearm plank. Spin onto the left forearm, right leg stacks on top of the left, right arm up and overhead. Come back around, forearm plank. Drop your hips, point your toes, Sphinx pose as you lift your heart up, breathe in. Lower your chin down, breathe out. Do that one more time, Sphinx pose, heart lifts, tops of feet press down, lower back down. Slide your hands by your ribs, pop your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Now in your down dog, walk your feet in about 6 inches and bring them together. Take a peek at your hands so you're in a short little dog. I call it Uttanasana. We're going to move through a couple of rounds of Surya Namaskara A to build the heat in our body. So pop your heels up on the in-breath. On the out-breath, bend your knees, hips toward heels, step, walk, float, fly, feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, pull yourself together. Root to rise, come all the way to standing, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, hands to the center of your heart. Offer your arms up, part the sky, hinge, bend, and fold over your legs. One smooth breath. Inhale and lengthen. Step or float your body back. Take it through vinyasa. If you're stepping back, step back to high plank. You can always lower from plank or go knees, chin, chest, belly. Rise up, back bend of choice. Exhale, hips, up and back, down dog. Walk your feet in just a touch. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Step, walk, float, fly, feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, nice and smooth, like a symphony of your breath. Rise up, breathe in. Free yourself. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, offer the arms up. Part the sky, go beyond as the walls begin to dissolve. Bend and fold, inhale and lengthen. Step or float your body back. Take it through vinyasa. Heart lifts up as it opens. Exhaled, hips draw up and back. Down dog. Hands and feet just a touch closer to each other. Inhale, elevate the heels. Exhale, knees go wide, hips to heels like a lily on a launch pad. Step, float, fly, feet to hands, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Offer your arms up. Exhale, swan dive, freedom flow, fold, bend. Inhale and lengthen. Step or float your body back. Take it through vinyasa. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Now hold up in your down dog. Smooth out your breath. We call it samavriti. Then lift your right leg up. Roll open at the hip. Right knee, right tricep, and hold. Windshield wipe the right knee to the left tricep and hold. Now shoot the right leg out. Fallen triangle, fallen star, left arm up and over. Now go back to three-legged down dog. Roll open at the hip. Knee to nose just one time. Step it up for crescent lunge, high lunge. Breathe in. There you go. Now take a brush and a sweep of your hands. I want you to launch right into airplane, balancing on the right leg, left inner thigh lifts. Draw the left knee in, crane. Right hand crosses over, left arm reaches back. Breathe. Turn that into half moon. Tip down, right hand lifts, or right hand down, left arm and left leg lift. Turn it into L shape. Kundalini tap, bend the left knee, just tap the left knee to the right shin. Stretch it back, left hand down, right arm lifts, revolved half moon. Bend the right leg. Step back, exalt, right hand behind the left, lift up and back. Unravel, second warrior. Stay with it. Second warrior, breathe. Straighten the right leg, flip the right palm. Reverse your triangle. Tip down, Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm lifts. Now keep a little bend, a little soft buoyancy in the right front leg. Soften the left rib cage down, pull the right rib cage up. Now as you bend the right leg, come up, pivot around, modified revolve lunge at the back of your mat. Right hand down, left knee bent and in front, left arm opens up for a simple twist. Now sneak the right leg to meet the left. You're at the back of the mat, seated twisted chair. Right upper arm goes across the left thigh, left hand joins. Breathe. Now shoot the left leg back, modified side angle as the right forearm is on the right femur bone, left arm up and over. Turn this into stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Tee the arms for goddess pose. Now parallel your feet, dive down for a fold. Wide-legged fold. Inhale and lengthen. Pivot the left foot to the front of your mat. Right hand down, left arm lifts. Modified revolve lunge at the front of the house. Now, option right here. Side plank with either peace fingers around the left big toe or just left leg stacking on top of the right, or even right forearm down. Then maybe wild thing. Option to bring the left foot behind the right. Now bring it around vinyasa. Bring it through that flow. You choose the style. Maybe it's knees, chin, chest, belly. Inhale up. Exhale, up and back. Down dog. Hold and breathe. Pedal through your feet a little bit. Now elevate the left leg of yours up. Roll open at the hip. Exhale, left inner knee, upper left tricep. Windshield, wipe it over to the right. Shoot the left leg out. Fall in triangle, right arm up and overhead. Left leg can be bent. Many options. Now, right hand down, shoot your left leg back to three-legged dog. Roll open at the hip. Draw the left knee right up the center line like you're going to kiss your kneecap. Step it up. High lunge. Come on up. Crescent. Crescent lunge. Breathe. Take your hands, your wings, and fly. Brush and sweep. Lift the right inner thigh. Airplane. Find the freedom. Draw the right knee in. Crane. Stand. Cross left hand over to the right thigh. Right arm back. Breathe. Turn it into half moon as the right leg kicks back. Left arm reaches down. Right arm up. Shine open. Turn it into L shape. Kundalini tap. Right knee to left calf. Now as you extend back out, right hand down, left arm lifts, revolved half moon. Step it way back, exalt it. Left hand behind the right hamstring, right bicep by your cheekbone, arc up and back. Turn it into your second warrior. Straighten the left leg, flip the left palm, reverse your triangle. Dock your hips back, reach out and down. Utthita Trikonasana, right arm lifts. Breathe. Can you hug the sole of the left foot towards the arch of the right? Now as you bend the left leg, windmill your hands around to pivot your feet to the back of the house. Tip down, modified revolve lunge. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Sneak the left leg in and twist. Left upper arm on the outside of the right front thigh. Seated twisted chair at the back of the mat. Breathe, pull that left hip back. Now extend the right leg back, modified side angle. Right arm up and over, left forearm on left femur bone. Turn it into stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Tee the arms for goddess. Now kick your heels out. Fold as you walk your hands in between your legs. Maybe your head tips down. Maybe you want to lift up for a little headstand action. No headstand, no worries. Just stay in the fold, work the fold. Bring it back around to the front of the house. Modified revolve lunge. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Maybe you stack the right leg on top of the left. Maybe it's peace fingers around the big toe. Option to flip. Right foot behind the left. Wild thing. Bring it around, high plank. Lower down. Take it through. Vinyasa, heart lifts. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Beautiful. Breathe. Now drop your knees down. Point your toes, sweep your hands alongside your body. Embryo pose. So just a little rest asana. Let your head go down. Should you have your purpose kind of at the forefront of your mind, bring it back in. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, they say when an individual has achieved complete understanding of her true self, she will no longer be disturbed or distracted by the influences not only within, but around us. So we want to keep drawing that freedom in by allowing any expectations that we have built, any fears, any emotions. We're just letting the walls, we're going beyond freeing ourselves by letting those walls dissipate, letting them dissolve. And sitting in this seated awareness, now let your upper body come up and just sit your hips on your heels. Retract your shoulders, stretch your gaze up. Hands are just resting on your thighs. Rise up right off of your heels. You're on your knees. Take the left arm behind your head. Lean up and over to the right as the right hand captures the left elbow. Now come back to the center. Sweep the right hand down. Can you catch the left hand? Or head in that direction. Woo! Nice. Now reverse it. Take the right arm up, overhead, left hand, right elbow, lift up and over to the left. Come back, keep the right arm bent. Take your left hand out to the side, thumb down, sweep it up and back. Can you catch the right hand behind your back? Breathe in. Now release the right hand to meet the left behind your back. Slide your hands down the back side. Open your front body and look up. Hands at the waist, hips go back, hands and knees, chin, chest, belly. Slither down, point your toes, rise up. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Now we're going to move through that same flow, but it's going to be just a touch quicker. One breath, one move. You've got this. Here we go. Right leg lifts on the inhale. Roll open at the hip. Exhale, inner knee, upper right arm. Windshield, wipe it over to the left. Shoot it out. Fallen star, fallen triangle, left arm up and overhead. Bring it around back to three-legged dog. Roll open at the hip. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it up. High lunge, controlled, stable, steady, crescent. Brush and sweep your wings alongside your body. Airplane, take flight. Exhale, left knee in, crane. Left hand, left hip, right hand either outside of left leg or maybe to the outside of the left foot. Now turn it into half moon. Reach the right arm to the earth, left arm up, Open up from the inside out. Shine. Turn it into L shape. Kundalini tap, left knee, right calf. Inhale, extend both legs, left hand down, right arm rises, revolved half moon. Step it back, exalted warrior, right hand behind the left, hamstring left bicep by your cheekbone. Unravel it, second warrior. Straighten the right leg. Reverse your triangle. Reach up and back as you press into the right toe mound. Reach out and down. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left arm lifts. Breathe. Soften the right knee. Pivot to the back of the house. Right hand down. Left arm lifts. Modified revolved lunge. Turn it into twisted chair. Right leg meets the left. Right upper arm on the outside of the left front thigh. Right leg steps back. Side angle, maybe full out. Right arm to the outside of the right leg. Left arm up and over. Turn that into stargazer. Heels in, toes out. Gaze up. Tee the arms for goddess. Kick the heels out, dive down for forward wide-legged fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pivot to the front of the house, modified revolve lunge. Option to stay, option to turn it into side plank, option to take peace fingers around the left big toe and stand right up on the ceiling. Then flip if that serves you. Bring it around, vinyasa flow, or just meet back in down dog. You choose, you decide. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Left leg lifts, roll open at the hip. Inner knee, upper tricep. Windshield wipe the left knee to the right tricep. Shoot the left leg out. Fallen triangle. Right arm up and overhead. Right hand down. Sweep the left leg up and back. Roll open at the hip. Knee to nose one time. Step it up. High lunge. Breathe in. Crescent. Stable. Steady. Brush your wings. Sweep up. Airplane. Draw your airplane into crane. Left hand crosses over, maybe knee or shin, maybe hand to the outside of the right foot. Sweep back, half moon. Left arm down, left leg forward, right leg lifts. Turn it into L shape. Kundalini tap, right knee, left calf, bend. Open back up, right hand down, left hip crease draws back, seam of the right inner thigh lifts, left arm lifts. Revolved half moon. Step it back, exalted warrior. Left hand behind the right, arc up and back. Turn that into warrior two. Straighten the left leg, flip the left palm, press into the left toe mound, reverse your triangle. Dock your hips back, reach out and down. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe. Isometrically hug into the midline. Bending and softening the left leg. Come up and like a windmill, pivot to the back of the house. Modified revolve lunge, right leg in front, left hand down, right arm opens up to the twist. Left leg meets the right, twisted chair at the back of your mat. Left upper arm outside the right front thigh. Stretch the right leg back, side angle pose. Full out would be left hand on the outside of the left leg, right arm up and overhead. Turn it in to stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Goddess. Bend and tee the arms, open the heart. Now this time, kick the heels out, but stay standing. Slide your hands together down the back side of your body, look up. Soften your knees, cascade, bend and fold. Wide-legged fold, Pasarita Padottanasana, and let the crown of your head hang. Release that connection. Pivot the right toes to the front of the house. Peel the left heel off your mat. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Side plank. Maybe peace fingers on the right big toe. Maybe not. Maybe flip it. But then bring it through your vinyasa style. Letting the heart lift. Exhaling up and back, down dog. Walking your hands to the back of the mat, to your feet. Heel toeing your feet apart enough to get peace fingers around the big toes. Physically pull the big toes up, breathe in. Exhale, sneak your elbows in. Breathe out, shake your head out. Now do that one more time. Levitate the big toes up, breathe in. Exhale, sneak your elbows in, fold and breathe out. Releasing, letting the walls dissolve. Be seated in yourself to observe, to be aware, to be conscious of emotions, thoughts, physicalities. It's not you. You are the spiritual being witnessing it all. Any blockages, any things from the past that come up, any anxieties, just observe them. You don't have to feed them, maintain them, defend them. Let them dissipate. The walls come down so you can go beyond the walls that we have built. Release your big toes, heel toe your feet together at the back of the mat. Rise up to stand tall at the back of the house. Left arm bends behind your head, right elbow catches it. Now just stay standing straight. Reach the right thumb out and down, and then up the back side. Now, maybe a strap or a towel. Matters not if you catch the hands, just keep working in that direction. But then take the right leg, lift it up, cross it over the left, standing pigeon with your arms touching behind. Now, unravel the arms, but lace them behind your back with pigeon legs. And take the right leg to kick back, praying mantis with your hands laced. Point the right toes. Maybe your arms can lift off your back body. Release and walk out. Right foot steps to the outside of your right pinky finger. Left knee comes down. Now, Can you bring both forearms down right here? Work that right hip open. Now this time when you sweep the right arm back, can you catch a bent left leg with the left forearm down? If not, no worries. Left arm can be lifted. You could be on a block. Whatever serves you. Release it. Keep the left arm, forearm down. Pick up the left kneecap. Spin to a one-armed forearm side plank with right leg stacking on top. Right arm up and over. Bring it back around, forearm plank. Lower your hips down. Point your toes. Sphinx pose. Lift up. Lower your chin down. Tuck your toes under. Rock your hips up and back. Down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the house. Bring your feet together. Take a halfway lift. We're coming around the bend. Exhale, fold and pull yourself together. Root to rise, stability. Find your center. Breathe in, levitate your arms up. Now, right arm bends, left hand captures the right elbow. Stay standing tall. Left hand out to the side, thumb down. It sweeps up the back side. Can you catch it? Left leg lifts up, crane. Cross the left leg over the right. Unravel the right arm to meet the left, Kali Mudra style with pigeon legs, hands slide down the backside. Unravel the left leg, kicking it back as you bend the right leg, point the left toes. Praying mantis spirit dive with your arms laced, maybe lifting off the backside of your body. Walk out, three-legged dog, roll open at the hip. Step the left foot outside of your left pinky finger. Now, dip the right knee down. Work both forearms if you can down. Breathe. Maybe you do a little rock. Opening up your hips. You'll find yourself stepping through maybe fear, maybe anger, maybe emotions in order to discover that actual freedom by freeing ourselves. And as Mr. Michael Singer says, emotions are just that, emotions. They're just energy, and we are made of energy, and we can choose to let that energy go. We just sit in that seated place of consciousness and we let it go. Now, right forearm down, left arm sweeps back, maybe to a bent right leg, and then open up. Breathe. Release it. Pick up the right kneecap. Right forearm stays down. Bring the left leg to stack on top of the right. Then the right forearm is down. Left arm up and over. One arm side plank. Breathe. Bring it around, forearm plank. Hold. Now lower your hips down. Point your toes, lift your heart, Sphinx. Lower your chin down, slide your hands back, push up and back, child's pose. Let the knees go wide, hips to heels. Rise up from child's pose, left hand down, peel the right arm up, sneak dive underneath as you thread the needle. 10th the left finger pads, dive up and under. Breathe. Maybe left arm reaches back, up to the top of the right thigh. Maybe left leg lifts. Maybe left hand catches a bent left leg. Many options. But come back around, child's pose. Knees wide, hips to heels. As you rise up, peel the left arm up and then sneak dive it as you thread the needle underneath. 10th the right finger pads. Maybe you stay right here, work the twist. If you want more, right leg can lift. Right arm can lift. Maybe catching a bent right leg. You choose, you decide. Come back, child's pose. Now walk your hands back towards your knees. Parallel your knees, walk your hands up your thighs, finishing off with Ustrasana Camel. Reach your arms out and up. Tee your arms, open your heart. Hands into your imaginary back pockets, maybe to your feet, maybe to your heels. Open up, heart lifts, front body expands. Hands to hips, hips to heels, bow back down, embryo pose. Now walk right on out all the way to your forearms. Slide your legs back and then bring yourself entirely prone onto your belly, arms extended out in front, legs long. Bend the right arm and propel yourself up and over so you land on your back. Pulling the right knee in as the left leg goes long. Now carry the right leg with the left hand across your body to twist. Right arm tees. Look in the right direction, the right side of the house. Breathe. Slowly tip back onto your back. Reverse it. Draw the left knee in. Right leg goes long. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. Rotate across and twist. Now the left arm can always stay alongside your body. If that serves you a little better. Breathe into the twist. And then come back onto your back. Just expand your body on out. So just give yourself full and complete permission to rest. Shavasana. There is nothing left to do as we continue to remain seated in our self-awareness and consciousness, being an observer. We can actually watch thoughts pass us by. We can watch emotions and even physicality pass us by as we stay seated, dissolving the walls so we can go beyond the fortresses that we have built. Bask in freedom, santosha, contentment. Now I invite you to stay 5, 10, 15 minutes, even 20, 30, whatever serves you today. You could turn the video off. We will catch you the next time. Or if you're coming with me, just bring movement back to your fingers, bring it back to your toes, rolling your hands around your wrists, your feet around your ankles. And then as you bend your knees, just tip over onto your right side, assisting yourself through the fetal position right back up into your day, where you're going to come to a sweet seat, that sweet seat of awareness. Sweep your arms out and up, carrying the gifts, the graces, the blessings that God has given you. Seal them into your heart today as your walls dissolve, which enables you to go beyond. Your purpose is sealed in. Let it bring peace, clarity, and love as you move through your week. Finishing off with one Om to home. Sip your breath in. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.